and members. I'm Dr. Elena Pezzini, your Italian-American coach. Happy holidays. How are you? So the words coach and coaching can be misused. So today I would like to shed some light on it and what to expect from it, especially now that we are about to embark a new year and almost a new decade in this still new century. Hi, Tim. You're going to even learn some secrets of the trade. Okay, so let's start with what is coaching. So often coaching is misinterpreted with therapy, consulting, and etc. So there is a big difference. They all go hand in hand. Therapy heals trauma from the past. It's past focused. It's a medical model. There is a hierarchy. The patient is below, hi Todd, and if the client sounds anxious, depressed, it's best not to coach, and the coach asks the client if he thinks he needs therapy and sees if he's willing to go. Okay, consulting or subject matter expert, SME, is a model where there is an assessor who does evaluations, a consultant who can even do the work for you. But the client will be the same, will not grow, will not discover new things. It's basically the client is told and suggested exactly what to do. So the client doesn't really have a say. Whereas in coaching, the subject matter expert is the client. In coaching, there is mutual trust. There is no hierarchy. Hi, Genevieve. Hi, Silva. There is no subject matter expert. Like I said, it's actually the client. It's a journey together where we can explore what's between the client and the success he wants to achieve. So it's future focused. It's not a mental or medical model. Our clients are very intelligent, are resourceful, powerful, and want more ease and speed in life. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Bruce. So in coaching, how can you get the best out of coaching, whether it's any type of coaching, okay? Well, at the beginning of the session, the coach can ask, how do you want to use our time today, specifically and clearly? How will we know by the end of the session that we have achieved it? So what difference, what will we see at the end of the session? And what difference will it make in the rest of your life? How will it make an impact on your other goals? And how will we measure it to know that we really have achieved it? Yes? So maybe the client wants to actually do it during the call, as happened. I see with some of you listening, as actually has happened with some of you. During the call, halfway through, it's important that there is a check-in. You know, the client, the coach check-in. How are we doing? Are we on target about what you want? And at the end of the call, well, let's see if we achieved it. Hopefully we did. So very, very important for both parties to get the most out of it. The other element is trust. We, as coaches, expect the client to be authentic, which sometimes means vulnerable, means that maybe there are tears, and it's fine. Tears are good, means there is actually growth, there is a breakthrough. Remember that there is no judgment in coaching. There is no judgment. Okay, so coaching is really based on powerful questions. And the coach asks open-ended questions that expose new self-awareness to help clients learn more. Okay, so I'm going to refer to a client as a he, okay, but of course ladies too, so it's easier to explain. So the open-ended questions the coach asks you are to help you learn more about yourself, to help you identify. So basically the coach illuminates the client so the client can see in a new perspective, in a new way. So for instance, what are some of the questions? Well, these questions are actually questions usually nobody else does ask you. And sometimes clients get offended. But remember that the coach's job is not to be nice or be liked, is to really help the client reach your goal. Okay? So some questions could be, what do you really mean? How do you find this and that? Where else do you perceive yourself succeed or fail? Hi, Varisa from New Zealand. And how does it usually go with this goal of yours, okay? What's the measure of this success? How do you want it? What does it look like to you? So what could potentially get in the way, if any, any obstacle? It's important to be aware of it. What's the emotion in your voice? Your voice, believe it or not, keeps changing emotions, and a good coach pays attention to that. So what's the impact of your goal? What inspires you? Sometimes, you may be saying one thing verbally, but your tone of voice says the opposite. So the coach may challenge you, again, for your own growth, not to be rude or not to be nice. The coach is curious and asks you a lot of questions that you are not thinking about, okay? So expect that in coaching. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so also the big goal in coaching is to make sure the client has more awareness. What is that? Again, with the powerful open-ended questions, you uncover your relation to whatever that is that you want to achieve. Let's say you want to get married, okay? So, well, the coach is going to ask you, what's your experience, your pattern with dating? What's your blueprint? Our mentors talk about blueprint. What's your blueprint in this subject? Okay, in this goal, your blueprint, which is usually different than anybody else's. So usually during that time, the client may get nervous, okay? And it's important that we disclose it so that we can empower you in this journey together, okay? So it's also another question that creates awareness could be, what other things have you done that succeeded? What other things have you done that didn't succeed or failed, okay? Even though we believe there is no such a thing as failure, everything gets you closer to your goals, yeah? So the coach will check in, and it may be scary to start something new, but that's okay. So we're really interested as coaches to find out more about you, not what you want necessarily, because that's easy to achieve, but how you think, who are you? What's your role in this big vision of yours? What's going on with you, which is as important as what you want to achieve, okay? So you always know, even if you think you don't know, you always know the answers. You always know the answers because it's about applying. So for instance, if you have a hard time with time management, we are not going to fix your calendar for you. We're going to fix how you view time, right? And how you view managing things. So that's where you are going to get out of your comfort zone, figure out your role, and basically a light bulb is going to shine in front of you or on top of your head. So, or a flashlight will shine on the dark spots. So besides moving you forward, that's called accountability, the coach is going to track what's going on in your head and facilitate, again, these light bulb moments for a lasting impact. So together with you, your coach establishes foundations. What could be a foundation? That could be the best version of yourself. That could be a great homework, by the way, that you can share with us. The best version of yourself. So also the coach tracks milestone goals, okay? Milestones, because of course, Rome was not built in one day. There have to be small milestones along the way to get to build the city. So during each session, we can refer back to that, reference back. The coach looks at your context. What is that? That's how you view things, your viewpoint, your habitual thought patterns. Some of our mentors call them limiting beliefs. Same thing, okay? So that we can coach around it. Okay, so in coaching, we don't have time to tiptoe, sugarcoat. We don't want to do that. So there is very direct communication. Some of you are not used to that. So it's very straightforward. If a client or you shows up as non-committal, a coach can say, this has actually happened to me last week and even this week. can say, I hear you saying, I'm noticing that you're not really committed. So respectfully, are you really committed? We don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, right? So you get to choose, but don't say one thing and do another, because then it's a waste of everybody's energy and time. Most importantly, yours. Okay, so a coach may use a lot of metaphor and analogy when we talk about the mind. It's a tricky subject, so it's easier to do it with a lot of metaphors. So we could be saying something like, well, it almost occurs as there is a cloud hanging over you. We're painting the picture. Is that true for you? Or that's what it sounds to me. How does it show up for you? Yeah. Okay, remember that there is never right or wrong. Again, there is no judgment. So it's all about how it lands for you, how something resonates for you. Is it clear? Okay, good. Hi, Dave. Happy holidays. Very nice. So for those who have just joined, I'm explaining what truly coaching is and what to expect from it. Because often, since it's a new science, I'm a scientist, so I'm going to call it science, then, it's pretty new. So there is not as many cases, maybe as many studies as other subjects, but it is definitely making a difference. It's making a difference. It's the fastest growing industry actually in the world, after technology, of course. And viva technology! Thanks to that, I'm connecting with you. All right. So okay. So what's the coaching hat? There you go. What's the coaching hat? Coaching hat. I'll wear this for now. Is basically for the coach to lean back and be patient, okay? Because remember, we're not consultant. We're not telling you what to do, although we may be tempted sometimes to do it. Is you have to come up with the answer, because if we tell you, it means nothing. But if you discover it, it means what? Everything, right? It means the world. So our job as coaches is to give you confidence, because you are great and you have all the answers. So, a coach may tell you, we can brainstorm, I have ideas, and you tell me first what you think about blah, 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 etc. So, and the coach, there you go. So that's the role of the coach, okay? The something else we do that you may not be aware of, I told you I was going to give you away some trade secrets, is active listening at multiple levels. So the coach may reflect back to you, the client, the content, which is what you want, the context, how you think, your emotions, your state changes, your possible fears, your self-defense mechanism, your body language, your tone of voice, your shift in energy, unsaid things that you don't say, but they're there, you know, they may be between the lines, so and underneath. So we pay close attention to that. And all of this is to help you plan better and set better goals that are more and more achievable at a faster speed. So basically it's how you design something that you want. Again, the coach may tell you, may ask you, especially in private coaching when we have a little more time and 32 minutes to an hour. How does this smaller goal of yours apply to your big dream, to your big picture goal? Let's not forget that, because if it doesn't fit in, let's not waste time, right? So you want XYZ by the next 12 months. How does it play in your big picture? Very important. And then you're going to be recapping and summarizing. The coach will not do it for you because, again, you're going to forget, right? So, okay. So all of this strategizing, then it's going to go to designing actions. So the coach will make sure you will actually take on the actions, and by when. Without micromanaging you, because we have faith that you as a client will do exactly your actions. You'll do what you say you're gonna do. We're gonna check in with you and see how you feel, to make sure you're excited and you're really looking forward to what you want. On the following session, we're going to check in with you. You had some commitments. How did you do? What shall we discuss about your actions from last session? And you will lead the way because you are the leader, and review. Okay? In the background, to wrap this up, thank you for your attention. I went over time. We are going to maintain your progress and accountability. So, and see, you know, if you fall through the crack, we will make sure, we will ask you if you need more support structure, which could be many things. Could be an extra alarm, more accountability, etc. Yeah. So in other words, so this is what to expect from coaching, okay? Especially now that you're entering a new year, and you may even gift it to some loved ones, or maybe bring some family members or business partners into the programs, and there you go. So I want you to really maximize your time with your coach and be ready, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to also summarize it for you. I'll write it out in a comment, and so you can review it for those who came late. And there you go. So if you have any comment, ask now. So I really wish you a fantastic holiday season, a nice grand finale for 2018, and an amazing 2019, full of support, full of clarity, like we said, full of trust, full of awareness, very good communication, full of great goals, all achieved, and amazing progress. I love you all, and If you have any questions, you know where to find me. I hope this was helpful. I'll follow up with you and have a fantastic holiday season. Much love. Ciao.